I personally always enjoy making videos from your guys' suggestions, but I do enjoy it even more when those suggestions also just remind me of unfinished business, like tab guides, for example. And D-Man Kaboom, which, by the way, is a phenomenal name, asked about light bulbs and the light tab. And while personally I feel like a light tab video won't surprise many folks, I cannot deny those who do want it. But remember now, it's a tab guide, not a general light guide, so we won't see dwarf stars and the like, and heck, we might not even discuss the best fuels for things, even though boards and glamour goop should really be the short answer to that. But let's get to it. And the first bit of light to fight back the night will be a torch. Available immediately, and using but 2 grass and 2 twigs, the torch will illuminate the darkness for a total of 75 seconds when held, which will definitely get you through those first couple nights, as one should be being as nomadic as possible, especially during those first few nights. Though, do keep in mind that rain will drain your torch 150% faster than normal. However, the intensity of the rain is certainly a factor there. But furthermore, and this is something that I just learned myself, torches apparently provide 20% wetness resistance when held, which is intriguing, however very inefficient obviously. To continue, one may also use torches to light things ablaze as they please, which can of course lead to warmth and light if your torches are beginning to run out on you. And if you really need to, it can act as a rudimentary weapon that will eventually set mobs on fire for additional damage to boot. But one last piece of advice: to prolong your torches, you can equip them and unequip them over and over again while running through the darkness to prolong said durability. You will be losing quite a bit of sanity, however, so only do this if you know you'll be able to manage. But if you just listen for Charlie and then give her a shot of light when she thinks she's got ya, she's gonna be pissed. But next on the list would be the Campfire. Also available without a science machine or alchemy engine, these now require wood as well as grass to provide a full 2 minutes and 15 seconds of light and heat, when initially placed that is. Torches don't throw heat, so campfires will be the first light tab items to do so, but both heat and light given will depend on the fire's fuel levels. And if you don't actually keep that fuel up, your fires will eventually turn to ash, so be careful there. And I'm not going to give you exact numbers here, because who the heck cares about that? And the idea is very simple enough. If your fire looks sorry, then the heat it provides and the light it gives are terrible. And if you add fuel, things will get better for you in both areas until the fuel reaches 100%. So yes, that makes sense. What also makes sense is again how rain will impact the duration of our flames. And for campfires, rain can drain them at upwards of 250% faster, which is not good. What also isn't good is how campfires may get a bit out of control on ya now and then. Have a fire that is too big near some flammable things or structures, and you may actually burn down the whole forest. Or even worse, your base. So it's why the actual fire pit is the flame of choice once base actually begins to grow. They are still always available for Pete's sake, but this time we need to throw some rocks into the mix. And thankfully, fire pits themselves remain placed even when out of fuel, unlike the basic campfires, which is absolutely lovely. But when initially placed, however, fire pits will last for 3 minutes without additional fuel, but will last for a total of 6 minutes total when fueled completely. But believe it or not, both campfire and fire pit provide the same amount of heat and light. So there really is no true comparison to be had there, apart from, again, the longevity of both of them. However, fire pits will also reduce the effects of rain down to 200% over the 250% of campfires, so the more you know. Oh, and now you'll be able to see a fire pit icon on your map, so you can always return home like a moth to the flame. By the by, do I really need to tell you that you can cook on both the campfire and the fire pit? Well, I kind of just realized that I just did. So, moving on. And keeping with the always available theme here, Willow's lighter falls under the light tab as well, and is quite the handy little bugger, while also boasting a special recipe to boot. But when equipped, it will last for 10 minutes. However, the light radius doesn't even equal that of a torch, unfortunately. However, the lighter, unlike a torch, can be cooked upon, which is absolutely stellar to have for a portable fire source. Furthermore, it can be used like a torch for setting things ablaze too, which is always nice, and will only see rain drain 100% faster than normal, depending again on the actual downpour, that is. Oh, and enjoy a very slight sanity boost too, but that is only for Willow players, mind you. But in fact, Willow players should enjoy personal sanity auras around most fire sources actually, so make note. But now enters the need for science, as the endothermic fire would like a word. Using 2 niter and 3 grass, the endothermic fire will provide light, yes. However, it ain't heat that it's given, it's actually taking it away. So think all the same mechanics as a normal campfire, only again, endothermic fires will cool us off instead. So they are perfect for summertime if need be. But don't forget to use a thermal stone either, as they will actually cool off just as much as they warm up. Simple enough. Miner hat times, and here is where the fun begins. You will, though, have to get a bug net first to catch you some fireflies, but do so, and you'll have a portable headgear light item that will last for roughly 8 minutes and can be refueled when needed. It will also shine far brighter than a torch to boot. And as far as refueling them, you could use additional fireflies that will actually provide 38.5% fuel each, but could be potentially tedious to go after every single time you need them. Or alternatively, we can use the easily amassable light bulbs of Down Under to restore 19% of fuel each time, which is absolutely marvelous. And oh yeah, miner's hats will provide 20% wetness resistance too, so an umbrella and a miner's hat combination is kind of alright. However, if we're talking portable light, then next to nothing can stand up to the lantern. Using some of those light bulbs we mentioned, along with some other basic crap, we can enjoy a handheld light item that may last as long as a miner's hat, sure. However, they can be dropped at will to free up our hands, while still providing light where we choose at no cost to our potential headgear armor situation. Lanterns can also be refueled via the same methods as miner hats, with the same percentages to boot. So truly, it is kind of just honestly player choice with regards to what to use at the end of the day. And by the way, both the lantern and miner's hat will lose light radius the lower their durability gets, if you didn't know. Moggles would prefer if they had a chance to make a case though, so let's see what they can offer us actually. They are far more expensive and involved in the crafting process, however, with actual moles and a depth worm glowberry being needed. However, when worn, Moggles offer complete vision of our entire screens and like any other light source in the entire game. Yes, folks, it is nighttime right here. They do last for over a day when equipped, but be very, very careful. They are also an item capable of being completely depleted and thus quote-unquote breaking once their durability reaches zeros. And in lamest terms, if one doesn't keep them refueled using additional glowberries, as yes, less and greater glowberries are the only things that can refuel Mongols, they will lose the item forever. Not good at all. But Mongols are arguably the best source in the game for the caves, as again, they allow us to see our entire screens when navigating. Absolutely worth it if you stay vigilant in maintaining them. While we're down here though, we might as well talk some hidden light tab crafts available only through the death of Toadstool here. And we're talking the Mushlight and the Glow Cap. And unfortunately, a Toadstool kill doesn't actually guarantee a drop of the blueprints needed for them in the first place, which absolutely sucks. But don't worry, they're really just decorations at the end of the day, so no loss there. However, the mushlight requires a shroom skin and a bucket of poop for a structure that will provide light just as long as there are light bulbs and or glowberries placed within it. And of course, the more fuel you add, the larger the radius. So yes, it's that easy. However, the glow cap will need a board added in the mix, and we can also get colored light out of it. You will need mushroom spores in order to achieve said color, and you can see the available spectrum here, but again, both these mushroom lights are purely decorative. And the same goes for the pumpkin lanterns. And I just gotta ask two things. Why are these still in the game? And who the heck forgot that these were even in the game to begin with? It's not like I don't mind them, but they really don't do much, and they last insanely long and don't starve together. For example, a pumpkin lantern will stay lit for 53 minutes in spring and autumn, well over an hour in winter seasons, and 42 minutes in summer. They're cool, I guess, but like, why? And finally, the endothermic fire pit. Not really much to say though, apart from the fact that they are exactly like fire pits, but you know, they cool us down instead. So yup, that's about it. So there you have it, everyone. The like tab in Don't Starve Together. Nothing mind-blowing, sure, but hey, even I learned something new today, so hopefully some of you out there did as well. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Good luck staving off the darkness and Charlie yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.